Hi and welcome to Bernadoodle's Barnyard. So today I'm going to be making one of these nest boxes. I've used them for quite a few years now and they work great. So I'm going to get some measurements now so I can build another one the same size. Hi Piper. Alright. So the bottom board is 20 inches long and it's a 1x12. I didn't cut the width. The front board is a 1x10 wide, so this one's 9¼ inches, so it'll be whatever the 1x10 is when you buy it. And 6 inches in height. The back board is going to be the width of the 1x10. This is 10 inches in height. This top board where Mama rests to get away from her bunnies is 11 inches by 8 inches. The two sides are made out of a 1x10. The front here is tapered to 6 inches to match the front. The other piece of wood I'll be cutting today is most of my nest boxes I made have lost their board that I put across the front here. The skinny 1-inch board. And that prevents the bunnies from getting stuck on Mom when they're drinking milk and falling onto the wire where they can die of exposure. So when Mom jumps out, it knocks the babies back in, which keeps them safer. See, this one still has the board on the front, although it's being chewed. This one has completely lost its board, so this one needs another one. And this one in here is good. I don't need to make anything for it. So these nest boxes are made out of unpressure treated 1x pine, so 1x10s and 1x12s. That means they're 3/4 inch thick. Make sure it's untreated because you don't want to give them pressure treated. They will be eating it. You want to give something that's safe for the rabbits. I also have to cut a few more resting boards for the rabbits. That's good for their feet. It tries to keep them from getting sore feet from the wire, so they have a nice place to sit that's better for their feet. I have a few of these store-bought ones, and as you can see, they chew them up. I'd rather have them eat pine than plastic because I can't imagine that's good for them. So I just do the same thing. It's 1x pine, and I just cut sections that they can stand on. I have a bunch of 1x10s. I cut to 24 inches. I was using them as shelving when I did pottery, but since I'm not doing that currently, I'm just going to repurpose these. This is the only 1x12 I could find in my house, so I'm hoping it works and I don't have to go buy any wood, but it does have a split. So hopefully when I cut it, it doesn't just split in half. This is my 20-inch line. These don't have to be perfect pretty because they're going to chew them anyways and pee in them and make a mess. You just want them to hold up. Out of this next 1x10, I'm going to cut a 6-inch board on one side and a 10-inch off of the other. That'll be the front and back of the box. To cut the two side boards, the back is the full width of the board. The bottom is 20 inches. From 20 inches, I measured up 6 inches. And then you just connect the dots from there to here. And I need 2 of those. So 6 inches up and 8 inches over. You just draw a line from those 2. You don't need too much for tools when it comes to this project. You need a tape measure, a straight edge, a pencil, some sort of saw to cut along the lines. And then I'm using this Ryobi brad nailer. Okay, then you just puzzle piece it together. And I'm going to nail all the connections. Flip it over and nail from the bottom after. Now the whole box is screwed together except for the bottom. Make sure that when you're putting your nails through that they don't come through where the rabbit can cut on them. I do have one in the back here. I'm going to come through and cut it with some tin snips. Now I'm going to flip this upside down and nail the bottom on. All right, now you just flip the nest box upside down and put the bottom on. Alright guys, that's how you build your rabbit nest box. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We'll see you next time on Bernedoodle's Barnyard. Please remember to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Have a nice day. I'm going to give this nest to Tango now. I ended up replacing this board with a much sturdier piece of ripped down stud because the 1-inch piece of 1x broke in the center. So this is a lot nicer piece of wood there. Now I'm repairing the two rabbits' nest boxes that didn't have the board on the end.